Hello and welcome to the Hoof GP YouTube channel. My name's Graham Parker and this YouTube channel is all about the weird, wonderful and fantastic world of cattle hoof trimming. In this video we have a cow with a huge growth in between her two digits and we're going to hack it out with a blunt knife. This is the Hoof GP. If you haven't already subscribed, think about doing it right now and join the herd by clicking that button below. In the meanwhile, enjoy the video. So this cow came into the crush and yes, she was uncomfortable and slightly lame, but she wasn't in agonising pain. So we knew there was something there that was definitely troubling her, but we didn't quite know what it was until we lifted it up and gave it a wash off. So this cow's come in and she's got a massive outer claw and a huge growth in between her feet, both of which will be causing problems, but there could be some sole ulceration under there. That's easy for me to say though, isn't it? Look at the size of that growth in there. That is called tyloma, or a granuloma, or an interdigital growth, or a hyperplasia, depending on the mood you're in. This one's actually a granuloma. There is a difference. Huge, isn't it? So we'll go about a normal trim by correcting the size of this medial claw, correct the lateral claw so that it's the same size, and see what position we're in then. So we start the trim as we always do, by rebalancing the claws and making sure the foot angle is correct. But then something major goes wrong. Trust me, you'll know it when you see it. This is called kickback, and unfortunately, it's completely my fault. This happens when the blade is held too flat to the cow's foot, and the bottom edge of the blade catches the foot going the opposite way from the top edge. Therefore, it catches it and tries to twist the blade out of your hand. A lot of the time, people will say the blade is grabbing, but that's not the case. It's completely my fault, and that's why I try to make sure it barely ever happens. Fortunately for the cow, it's completely inconsequential in this case, and we continue the trim. You might notice that we're taking a long time to trim this lateral claw, and that's because there's a lot of overgrowth. Yes, we could push on and remove far more horn far more quickly than we are, but these cows are actually very easy to over trim. So we take our time and take small amounts, little by little, until we get to where we want to be. There's no hurry, we might as well make sure we do as good a job as we possibly can for each and every single cow. So once we reach this stage in the trim, the modelling out stage, we can really make a difference to this cow's levels of comfort. By modelling out this area, we are relieving the pedal bone, or the bone inside her foot, of pressure on the corium. See that bruising right there? That is bleeding from the pedal bone bearing down on the corium and causing it to bleed internally and leak into the hoof horn. Once we've modelled it out and alleviated that pressure, we'll model it out even deeper, as deeply as we possibly can, and really dish out those axial walls to give that growth as much squish room as possible. I said in the intro I was going to hack this growth out with a blunt knife, but nothing could be further from the truth. Even if I were a vet and was allowed to perform surgery, I probably still wouldn't do it. There really is no need to do it. By making sure this cow is routinely trimmed as often as possible and modelling out those axial walls as deeply as we possibly can, she will not be in pain in any way and that growth will not continue to grow. As long as it's not insulted by sharp horn round about that lesion, she will lead a perfectly happy and comfortable life. She just might need retrimmed a little more often than usual. That's better. These growths are commonly caused by the cow having had digital dermatitis at some point, causing hyperplasia, which is basically hypergrowth of the tissue in between the two digits. That tissue that is then grown can't go up the way because there's already tissue there, so but forces itself down the way, and we end up with a growth. Anyway, that is the growth dealt with. All we need to do now is trim the rest of our feet and hope there are no hidden surprises with them.
I'll keep you safe, I'll give you my everything. Even if we're falling down, even if we're falling down, all of me is yours, every part of me.
And with that, it brings us to the end of the video, guys. I, for one, am very glad this was such an easy fix. And the cow will be more than happy with the job we've done, I'm sure, because she's much more comfortable almost instantly. Guys, thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.